Welcome to Ony Buffs 101. After my Dire Mall buff video, I had requests to make an Ony buff video and also to make my volume louder. So for the Ony buff, you want to take a mage port from the island to Stormwind and then run through the mage tower. There's a lot of different ways to get out of the mage tower, but if you want to just fall from the top without taking damage and you don't have some kind of safe fall mechanism, you can just walk off the edge here and into this tree, then land on the ground. All right, let me just move decursive out of the way. And okay, so you want to mount up and ride to the trade district. I mean, you don't actually have to do this part. As long as you're in Stormwind, you'll get the buff when it drops. But, people like to congregate with their friends and, more importantly, their mages, because the mages will port you to Ironforge, and there are better flight paths there generally for where you're going to go with a buff. I always like to look at Stormwind when it's super crowded like this. If you ever walk into Stormwind and you see a crowd, just hang out for a little bit because there's probably a buff dropping. All right, you might want to log off for a little while here to save your hard-earned previous buffs if you have any, like Dire Mall buffs or ZG buff that you just got on the island. But make sure that you come back when the buffs are scheduled to drop. And there's usually a countdown for it. Here we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, sometimes there is a little delay between when it says you have the buff and when you actually have the buff. So make sure that you don't step into a mage portal until you see that you actually have the buff right there, up there in your buff list. All right, thanks for watching.